So this weekend, and look, rightfully so, Texas Tech fans were getting pretty excited about the way things were going in Lubbock and the way that the Red Raiders were looking this year. And, there were a lot of folks with their guns up, and my son-in-law is one of them, a Texas Tech graduate, and everybody was fired up. And then they get a big matchup and get a lot of eyeballs on them. Our brethren from over in Denver, actually, they've got RV that they take to road games. So some of our friends, RK and the others, were all in the RV going to Lubbock and watching the Colorado Buffaloes play the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And didn't Colorado and Deion come in here and beat the Red Raiders?
They did. It was a tale of two halves, if you will. Tech started out well. And Tech's been inconsistent. They almost got beat by Alabama Christian.
Right.
In the first week.
Yikes.
Or not Alabama, Abilene, sorry. And then they would go to, I'm sure there is an Alabama
there
Christian.
There probably is.
And then they went to Washington State and got whipped, and then they won like 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And things are going great, and Baylor went down there on homecoming and smoked them. Then they went to Fort Worth, and they fumbled late to miss a chance to win that game. But then they go to Iowa State, and Iowa State was 8-0. And that crap, and then Colorado might be okay. They were pretty bad last year. No doubt about it. And then they have so much. Shedeur Sanders is a good quarterback, and Travis Hunter's an unbelievable.
He's
player.
unbelievable.
Yeah, they're great.
He's got to win the Heisman.
So I still think their defense has been playing really well. My parents went to Colorado, and I grew up on Colorado football. So I remember Bill McCartney and Darren Hagan and Eric Bieniemy, and then the national title and all of that. Those defenses were phenomenal, but this Colorado defense, and you'd think with the cornerback, Hall of Fame cornerback as your head coach, that you'd want to put a little emphasis
be pretty
on
good
defense.
Defensively. Yeah, no doubt about it.
So, is the quarterback.
But needless to say, for those people who were in Lubbock wearing black and red, it wasn't the greatest way for that game to finish. Again, like Jeff said, bit of a roller coaster this season, but they were, after the Iowa State game in particular, they were starting to think things were really looking up under Joey McGuire, and a great guy and a great coach. So we're always rooting for Joey. But anyway,
there is a reason we bring this up.
Among the reasons that the reason we brought this up is one of our friends was there.
Two alums. Let's take a look at what old Josh and Jace were up to.
Yeah.
Just some brother bonding.
Yeah. Happy then. This was probably before the Dead Gum game, but I like, they're wearing the colors.
Beers. I don't know. Could have been a halftime.
Could have.
Tech was ahead of halftime. So.
Yep.
But I mean, a World Series champion and then a rookie in the playoffs.
Pretty cool.
No doubt.
Fun.
So
Gotta
could
be
Colorado,
a fun alumni day.
You think, Colorado could go to the playoff theoretically?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think they're making a move toward that, which is amazing.
And because they should play in the title game, right? If all things continue to go this way, and get in there and then see what happens. Everybody's talking about the Big 12's down, and it probably is with Texas no longer there, and Oklahoma, who's not really very good. But,
no,
there's a lot of, I don't know if it's a lot of parity, but like Oklahoma State's terrible. TCU beat them.
Yeah.
TCU's kind of waffling. They haven't had a strong schedule and probably should be doing a little bit better. But Colorado, they did get beat pretty bad by Nebraska, and Nebraska's not great. But you play the games on your schedule, and they've been winning them. They came back and had that Hail Mary to beat Baylor in a terrible Baylor loss, and they've got the coach with all the hype.
Yep,
look pretty good on the TV ratings, probably.
Yep.
I mean, I'd imagine they'd, I don't know, do the conference. I don't remember how it works. Did the conference champs get a home game, or is it all based on seeding? But anyway, wherever they play, Boulder or parts unknown, that's going to be a highly watched game.
Yep, absolutely true. So anyway, that's you can tell we'd love to do a little more college football here at DLLS.
I was about to say there needs to be a college football.
Uncle Ted said Indiana football is amazing. Indiana's another interesting one because they're undefeated. They have to play Ohio State still. They had a tough one. They had a little tough one, or maybe tougher than it needed to be against Michigan. But otherwise, they've beat the tar out of all of their opponents.
And you guys met my brother and sister-in-law. My sister-in-law is a Michigan grad, so we left here and went straight home and watched that Indiana-Michigan game, and she was giddy that the Wolverines had a chance, because I think they were 14.5-point dogs in that game, and they hung with Indiana, and we were going to turn it off when it was no longer competitive. And we watched to the end. I mean, Michigan had a chance to win at the end. So.
Well, I mean, their quarterback just had thumb surgery.
Yeah.
Took a week off and
I
is
have
playing
like
with thumb
nothing
surgery.
to contribute.
I
to
know.
This
I'm sorry. We didn't prep for the college football podcast, but we're clearly.
I'm just sitting. I'm like reading.
We're
reading
clearly going to need one. Thanks for joining the DLLS Rangers podcast. Be sure to like us, subscribe to us, and upgrade your subscription. Become a diehard today.
We all silly like the mayor.